Didn't imagine that Justise Winslow would take a bit of a tumble in the lottery, but his fall was the Heat's game. The Heat chose Winslow with the 10th pick, making the Heat the thieves of the draft. Now, Winslow could have an excellent mentor in Dwayne Wade, assuming they worked that whole contract thing out. But in the meantime, Wade's wife, Gabrielle Union, she asked some advice for Justise, which she shared on Twitter. She said, "Hey, Justise Winslow, welcome to Miami. Now get used to people misspelling your first name. I know a guy who dealt with the same thing." Now, of course, Gabby had to clear up using the term dealt in the next tweet, because you know how Heat fans feel about anybody associated with Wade using past tense of verbs. But is the addition of Justise Winslow, should that be enough of an incentive to keep D. Wade around?
Chris Bosh, Luol Deng if he stays, doesn't opt out, Goran Dragic if they re-sign him, Josh McRoberts, Hassan Whiteside, and now Justise Winslow?
Nice little core right there, right?
Hey, man, first of all, I'm watching the draft, and I'm watching, you know, Moutier go and Stanley Johnson go and Frank the Tank go to Charlotte. I'm like, they really going to mess around and let Pat Riley end up with my favorite player in the draft? You know, a guy that can step in right away and can contribute at both ends. Is he as polished as a James Harden on offense? No, even though I see some of that in his game a little bit. Some may disagree with me. No, but he can get buckets. And defensively, he can guard people, probably multiple positions.
Right.
They may have just gotten their Kawhi Leonard. Remember, you went middle of the draft, 2011, and then you know San Antonio got him from Indiana.
You see how that worked out.
Or a Jimmy Butler type guy.
Yeah.
So Wade can come in, let this guy, you know, take more of the load. That's a playoff team. And look, we've talked about the principles involved and the fact that Wade has taken so many pay cuts over the years, and it's time to get what he deserves from the Heat. But I'm also sitting up there saying, look, man, do you just really want a money grab that bad? Because you might be looking in the face of your best chance to win, LeBron aside, your best chance to win, finish your career with the team you started. Maybe they don't break you off with everything you think you want. But what if you can contend in the Eastern Conference to maybe make another run at the ring with this core?
But that's kind of hard. It's two things make that difficult. One, the number of rings he already has. Two, it's kind of hard.
Never have enough of those.
You can't, and I'm not suggesting that like he doesn't want to win at all. Obviously, he's a competitive person. But when you've taken that pay cut before multiple times, it's kind of hard to convince you to take another one. Now the market will decide. Okay. Period, point blank. So he can think he's worth something. If the market decides otherwise, he just has to deal with that as it comes. Now, getting to Justise Winslow, I too was a little bit surprised that he fell, quote unquote, if you want to look at it that way, to that spot. I think it's
Were you upset?
No, I wasn't.
Your Pistons when Stanley Johnson.
A lot of Pistons fans were upset. I shouldn't say a lot. I don't want to overstate it, but a lot of fan bases were. It wasn't just the Pistons.
Oh, starting with the Knicks.
Starting with the Knicks. They were all upset about people passing on this guy. Much like we talk about with the NFL, but I feel like in basketball, people act as if this doesn't apply too. It's about fit and situation. I do expect Justise Winslow to contribute right away.
Perfect fit in Miami.
Perfect fit in Miami.
Yeah. Heat Nation is all good right now. Look, if Wade says, look, why stop now is what I'm saying. You've been sacrificing your whole life in the name of winning, your whole career in the name of winning. I get
it. Doesn't
okay, if it's about money, that's fine. If it's about money, that's fine. Get your paper. I don't think that the major payday that he wants is anywhere at age 33.
Right.
But you can win. This team just got better with a guy that can step in right now.
I agree.
Energy off the bench, if nothing else.
And look, if you're...
That's unfair. You go from the penthouse to the outhouse to hitting the jackpot. Man.
Yeah, that's a good pick for them.